Hey everyone, I'm Mike from theparkprodigy.com, and on today's video we're going to break down a complete guide to Universal Orlando in 2025. And of course, 2025 is such an amazing year, unlike anything else we've ever seen before at Universal, with the opening of Epic Universe on May 22nd, 2025, which is their brand new park. And we know that so many families are dreaming of the perfect Universal Orlando vacation with the opening of the new park, but they don't know where to start. I get emails constantly, Mike, I started looking at videos, I started doing research, but I don't even know what the next step would be. And that's why we're creating this video. It's perfect for any family who has never visited Universal Orlando before, but even if you have visited Universal Orlando in the past, you will see it is going to be completely different moving forward. There's going to be completely different strategies when it comes to visiting the parks, completely different ticket options, hotel options, rides at the new park, food, and of course tips on how to get the most out of your Universal Orlando vacation. And for those of you who do not know who I am, my name is Mike. I own theparkprodigy.com, and I actually worked in Walt Disney World selling tickets, and we have been booking a ton of family vacation packages at Epic Universe for our clients really since October 2024 when those packages went on sale. So we have firsthand seen just how different planning a Universal Orlando vacation is this year, and that's why we created this video. So if you are in the process of planning that Universal Orlando trip, just be sure to stick around, as we will cover everything you need to have the most amazing vacation possible. So if you're ready to experience Universal in a whole new way, smash that like button, subscribe, and let's get into it. Thank you again so much for checking out this video. Like I said, we're about to break down everything you need to know about Universal Orlando in 2025, and we're going to really start with the basics. So what makes up Universal Orlando? Well, we do have four main theme parks now, really, as of May 22nd, 2025. We have Universal Studios Florida, we have Islands of Adventure, we have Epic Universe, which is the brand new park, and we have Volcano Bay, which is the water park. So starting with Universal Studios Florida, which is the OG, the original first park that opened with Universal Orlando Resort in 1990. Universal Studios Florida is known for its movie-themed rides and attractions, which allow guests to ride the movies, quote unquote, and experience their favorite films and television shows in a whole new way. Some of the most popular rides at this park are, of course, going to be Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts, which is found in Diagon Alley, Revenge of the Mummy, Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket, which is closing on September 2025, but we do expect to have a brand new roller coaster coming to this park, Transformers The Ride 3D, Despicable Me Minion Mayhem, and we also do have a brand new Dreamworks Land in this park with the popular Troller Coaster, and just the Dreamworks Land in general is a great spot for families with young kids to go and take advantage of Universal Orlando. This park also does have some of the most popular shows in the Born Stuntacular and Universal Orlando's Horror Makeup Show. One of the other things that fans do love about Universal Studios Florida is that it is also the park that hosts Halloween Horror Nights, which is a very popular event, just as you can imagine, around Halloween. Over to the next park, and we do have Islands of Adventure, which is one of the two original theme parks, of course, before Volcano Bay. So along with Universal Studios Florida, Islands of Adventure is known for its immersive and interactive rides and attractions, which are based on popular franchises such as Marvel Comics, Jurassic Park, and of course the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. So Islands of Adventure actually had the original Harry Potter land, and that's important to know as well. As you'll see, we're going to talk about, when it comes to the basics, Harry Potter is such a popular part of Universal Orlando. There is now going to be 3 lands with the opening of Epic Universe, but Islands of Adventure did have the original Harry Potter land, which was Hogsmeade Village. So some of the most popular rides in Islands of Adventure is going to be Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure, the VelociCoaster, Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, Jurassic Park River Adventure, The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man, and the Incredible Hulk Coaster. And of course, for families who are visiting with young kids, you will definitely want to take advantage of Seuss Landing, which does have a bunch of kid-themed rides. And we also have some shows. I would say the shows at Islands of Adventure aren't as over the top as over at Universal Studios Florida, but at this park we do have the Frog Choir, we have the Tri-Wizard Spirit Rally, and then we do have the Hogwarts Castle projection show, which is at night. Okay, over to the third park, and we do have Universal's Volcano Bay. So this is Universal's first and only water park. Volcano Bay is a tropical themed water park that features a variety of water rides, attractions, and experiences. Some of the most popular attractions at Volcano Bay include the Krakuda Aqua Coaster, the Pungu Racer Slide, and the Watui Beach Wave Pool. And Volcano Bay is also famously known for its Tapu Tapu, which is essentially a take a ticket system where you don't actually go and wait on every single ride. You'll go and you'll tap in, and then the ride will actually call you when it's time to go hop on that line. And then what it does is it really does help keep the wait times for the water rides down, and you can enjoy things like the wave pool and other attractions while you wait. So it's really cool. Okay, and then over to the next one. Of course, the reason why so many people are probably here, we do have the fourth park now at Universal Orlando, which is Epic Universe. So Universal's brand new theme park, opening on May 22nd, 2025, will have 5 immersive new worlds: Celestial Park, Super Nintendo World, Harry Potter and the Ministry of Magic, Dark Universe, and then How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk. Just like it sounds, it is really expected to change the theme park industry with elevated dining options and innovative rides. So from what we can see so far, some of the must-do attractions at Epic Universe are going to be Stardust Racers, Monsters Unchained, Dragon Racers Rally, Battle of the Ministry, which is within the new Wizarding World of Harry Potter Land, Ministry of Magic. And then we have Mario Kart, Bowser's Challenge. If you've been watching my videos, you know that people have been coming for me in the comment section. I guess I was saying Mario. So I know I have a thick accent, but I'm doing my best here. All right. And then the last one we're excited for is Minecart Madness. Okay, so those are the theme parks. What about dining, shopping, and entertainment? Well, Universal also does have Universal CityWalk, which, just like I said, is a dining, shopping, and entertaining complex located at Universal Orlando Resort in Florida. So it's located between the two original theme parks, Universal Studios Florida and Universal's Islands of Adventure, and it is accessible to visitors of all the theme parks. So CityWalk is home to a wide variety of restaurants, bars, shops, and entertainment venues, including live music, a movie theater, and a mini golf course. One of the newest things they also have is a escape room. And then of course, CityWalk is also a great place to grab a bite, and they do have some of the best sit-down dining restaurants on property. So that is pretty much where we're starting. Those are the basics, everyone, but I do hope that you're liking this video so far. And as a thank you for even checking out this video and getting to this point, I do have a special promo code that you can go use on our website, theparkprodigy.com, to save an extra $25 off your next Universal Orlando vacation, and that promo code is going to be YouTube25. Okay, but now back over to the fun. So when it comes to a theme park vacation, specifically a Universal vacation, there are some key terminologies that you do want to be, familiar with going into your vacation. So first we have team members, which are Universal employees, and of course none of this would be possible without the amazing team members at Universal Orlando. Next, we have Universal app, which, just like it sounds, is the app for park maps, wait times, dining options, mobile ordering, all that good stuff. We also have the Express Pass, which is the pay to skip the line service at Universal Orlando. Another famous one is early park admission, which is a benefit for certain guests who can enter the theme parks an hour early to take advantage of some of the most popular rides. Another one is quick service, which is a walk-up food stop. And then, of course, we have table service, which is restaurant with waiters. Okay, so over to the next basic to understand. And of course, that's going to be tickets and budgeting. So some of the budgeting tips that we have picked up is always set a budget in advance. Don't feel like every day has to be a park day. You can also take advantage of a low-key hotel day where you don't need tickets for that. So from a ticket option standpoint, we do have the Universal Orlando base tickets. So a Universal base ticket gives you access to one park per day. We also have Universal Orlando park-to-park tickets. And with this ticket option, a park-to-park ticket gives you the flexibility to go between the parks each day of your visit. And a special note here is you do need a park-to-park ticket in order to ride the Hogwarts Express, which is the very popular train ride between the original two Harry Potter lands, Diagon Alley and Hogsmeade. Now, where it gets complicated, and the reason why this video is so important, is of course with the opening of Epic Universe to start, especially the first couple months, Universal has already said that the park-to-park option does not give you the flexibility to go within Epic Universe, meaning if you start your day at Islands of Adventure, you cannot go park to park over to Epic Universe. The way that Universal Orlando is selling the tickets at this time is they are multi-day tickets and they will include 1 day at Epic Universe. And at the time of the recording of this video, it's actually towards the end of February 2025, and Universal has not given us any new information on 1-day ticket options at Epic Universe. The only 1-day tickets that are for sale are for guests who have a Universal Orlando annual pass, and we also do not have any information on the Universal Express Pass. So that's kind of why we're setting everything up like this. The only ticket options we are aware of at this point in time are going to be multi-day tickets that include 1 day at Epic Universe. Or if you are an annual pass holder, you can purchase 1 day to Epic. But I would say most of the guests and most of the viewers that we get are the everyday family who's just planning to come down to Orlando for that week-long vacation or however it might be. Okay, so breaking the tickets down even further. So a Universal Orlando 2-park ticket includes Universal Studios Florida or Islands of Adventure. You can get this ticket option in a base or a park-to-park. Then we also have a Universal Orlando 3-park ticket, which includes Universal Studios Florida, Islands of Adventure, and or Volcano Bay Water Park. And so, of course, just like it sounds, this ticket option does come in a base or a park-to-park ticket as well. Now, where it gets a little confusing, of course, is now we have, right, a 4-park ticket, which would include Universal Studios Florida, Islands of Adventure, Volcano Bay, and 1 day at Epic Universe. And so right now, the way that they're selling the tickets is you could purchase this in a 2-day variation plus 1 day at Epic, 3 days plus 1 day at Epic, or 4 days plus 1 day at Epic Universe. And you could purchase this ticket option as a base ticket or as a park-to-park. But again, the important thing to keep in mind is if you purchase park-to-park, you cannot go park-to-park into Epic Universe. You really will just have 1 day to enjoy Epic Universe. And just to give you an idea of what a budget looks like for a complete vacation package to Universal Orlando in 2025, what we did is we looked at pricing from August 13th to August 17th, 2025 for 2 adults and 2 kids. And we decided to stay 4 nights at Universal's Endless Summer Resort Dockside Inn and Suites. We did a 3-day park-to-park plus 1 day at Epic Universe. So this would include Universal Studios Florida, Islands of Adventure, and Volcano Bay because of the 3-park ticket, and then 1 standalone day at Universal Epic Universe. The total for this vacation package from theparkprodigy.com was $3,035.85. And the cool thing about booking an official vacation package is you can actually book that for as little as $50 per person down. So as long as your vacation is more than 45 days away, you can book for $50 per person down for an official Universal vacation package, even if you book it through the Park Prodigy, and you can pay that package off over time, which again, just from me helping so many families over the years, I know that that's so important, and just allowing you to budget really does matter, and that's why we're including it in this video. Over to the next very, very popular ticket option, and it is actually the pay to skip the line ticket option, which is the Universal Express Pass. So Universal has a couple of different Universal Express Passes at this time. We have the basic Universal Express Pass, which gives guests the option to skip the regular lines 1 time per participating attraction in the theme parks. And this is going to be for the original 2 Universal Orlando theme parks at this point in time. We also have the Universal Express Unlimited Pass, which allows guests to skip lines an unlimited amount of times at participating attractions in the main 2 theme parks. We also have a Volcano Bay Express Plus Pass, which allows guests to skip the lines 1 time at all participating attractions at Volcano Bay. And we also have a Volcano Bay Express Pass, which allows guests to skip the lines at select participating attractions at Volcano Bay. As we noted earlier, Epic Universe will have the Express Pass, but there are no details or ticket available to purchase at this time. And so how does the Express Pass work? Well, once you purchase your Universal Express Pass, you can head into the parks and start using it. It's essentially a separate ticket. So you'll scan, 1 admission ticket to get into the park, and then you will scan your Universal Express Pass to skip the lines. There's also 3 hotels still at this point in time that will give you that free 2-park unlimited Express Pass, and those 3 hotels are the Hard Rock, Loews Portofino Bay, and then Loews Royal Pacific Resort. Okay, another very popular option when visiting the parks is the Universal VIP experience. Well, the Universal VIP tour provides guests with a Universal expert who leads them through the most popular shows and rides. Plus, they will receive special benefits before and after, such as free meals and a Universal Express Pass ticket, which they could really use before, but I would say really after your tour has ended. So the Universal VIP experience is currently being sold for the original 2 theme parks. And you'll see that's really why, guests can take advantage of that express pass that they receive after, because, if you're staying in the park for 12 hours, your VIP tour is most likely going to be between 6 to 7. So there's plenty of time after to maybe double down on some of your favorite rides. Pricing for the non-private VIP tour will start around $309 per person, but it's important to note that that does not include your park ticket, and your park tickets must be purchased separately. And Universal also does have a private VIP tour, which is around the same thing, but it's going to start around $430 per person, and you do have to meet minimum requirements. Okay, so jumping into some of the fun things that you do need to be aware of when visiting Universal Orlando, and we would say next is the guide to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. So Harry Potter fans, listen up. We know families visiting Universal come specifically sometimes for the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. And like I said, there are now 3 sections. So we have Diagon Alley in Universal Studios Florida, Hogsmeade Village and Islands of Adventure, and the Ministry of Magic in Epic Universe. Okay, so some of the important things that you want to consider when planning a trip specifically for the Wizarding World of Harry Potter is to take a look at all of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter rides, especially some of the more thrilling ones such as Hagrid's or Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts, and make sure that you measure, and you figure out exactly how tall your kids are so you have a game plan going into your day. Another great option for the families who are visiting with very young kids is to possibly upgrade and to purchase an interactive Harry Potter wand, which they can use throughout Universal Orlando to cast spells and really get involved in that interactive experience. And another really important one is to take a look at the dining option. And one of the cool things about 2025 is we do have 2 new dining options coming to the new land in the Ministry of Magic. And some of our favorite tips and tricks when visiting the Wizarding World of Harry Potter is to always use early park admission when you can. And we would say always start out and use it at Islands of Adventure over Universal Studios Florida when you can. Taking it one step further, always start with Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. Of course, you do need that park-to-park ticket in order to ride the Hogwarts Express. And we would say don't forget to ride the Hogwarts Express both ways, because it is going to be a different experience each time. And of course, last but not least, make sure that you leave room for a butterbeer. All right, but now that we covered the basics, you're probably thinking, well, okay, I'm really excited. I want to jump in. I want to start planning my trip. You might be wondering, when is the best time to visit? And just like it sounds, picking the best time of year to visit can give you an advantage, especially when it comes to crowds, weather, or even special events. So we typically find the best time to visit Universal Orlando for the lowest crowds to be towards the end of August and September. And then based on some of the most recent wait time data, we've even seen October and November be really great times to visit as well. And one of the cool things about visiting Universal Orlando is they do have special events throughout the year. So Universal does have Universal Studios Mardi Gras, which is a carnival celebration from around the world with live music and parades throughout the park. And this event is going to run the first weekend of February, really through the beginning or mid-April, depending on what year you're visiting Universal Orlando. And Universal Mardi Gras is going to be in Universal Studios Florida, scattered throughout that theme park. And they will have some concerts which will take place at the Music Plaza stage. And the important tip and trick to keep in mind is the parade will start and also end near Cafe La Bamba. And make sure to bring your appetite, because there are going to be different Mardi Gras food booths located throughout the park. And last but not least, the one thing that I personally love about this event is it is free with your Universal Orlando theme park ticket. Over to the next event, and this one is not free. This is a specially ticketed event, which means that it is an additional cost on top of your regular Universal Orlando theme park ticket, but I personally believe that it is worth every single dollar, and that is Halloween Horror Nights. So this is the most popular Halloween event in all of Florida, and it is located at Universal Studios Florida. So what is Horror Nights? Well, it brings the stories of the world's most notorious creators of horror to life for a few hours each event night. While attending, guests will get to see the haunted houses from classic horror books and movies, as well as characters and homes from some current cult favorites. Some of the most recent ones have been Stranger Things, Insidious, and while the haunted houses and mazes are the big draw, there's also a ton of other scary, fun things to do at Halloween Horror Nights. And in total, you typically can expect 10 haunted houses, 5 scare zones, 2 shows, and then some of the cool things is some of the Universal Studios Florida rides are also open, and some themed food booths as well. So this event typically runs from the first weekend of September to the first couple days of November. And tickets will typically range between $80 to $110 for a standard admission ticket. And then last but not least, another really amazing event that goes on at Universal Orlando Resort is going to be Christmas in the Park. So both of the parks, and we are hoping, of course, Epic Universe will be taking part of this, as well as CityWalk, get a sparkling Wonderland makeover. So over at Universal Studios Florida, we do have the Universal Holiday Parade, which features Macy's, where guests can catch some of their favorite characters celebrating the holiday spirit with cheer and mischief. And then we also have Christmas in Diagon Alley. So Diagon Alley is fully decked out in holiday cheer and trimmings. And this park is also typically where we will have the Holiday Tribute Store, where guests can shop for holiday merchandise and see what the Universal creative team has put together for this immersive shopping experience. Moving over to Islands of Adventure, we do have Grinchmas, which is in Seuss Landing, where it completely transforms into Whoville, filled with warm, fuzzy feelings and a side of sarcasm. We also have the Holiday Spectacular. Another popular one is Grinch and Friends Character Breakfast, which is a specially ticketed breakfast at Circus McGurkus Cafe Stupendous, where you can meet the Grinch and all of his holiday favorites. Guests can also meet the Grinch outside of the specially ticketed breakfast. And then we also have Hogsmeade during Christmas time, which is a really just amazing. They do such an amazing job of bringing this park to life. So holidays at the park is typically going to be the second or third weekend of November through December 31st. Okay, so now that we talked really about everything going on throughout the year in the parks, what about navigating the parks? So transportation is such another very important thing, especially as you're coming right into Orlando. You don't really want to have to worry about driving around or getting to and from the parks. And of course, guests will be delighted to know that Universal does have a bunch of transportation options to take you, let's say, from your official Universal Orlando hotel, or even if you have that park-to-park ticket and you're not staying in an official Universal Orlando hotel, they do have shuttle buses to take you between the theme parks, especially now with the opening of Epic Universe. So some of the transportation options that guests do have access to are going to be walking, shuttle buses, and boats between Universal Studios Florida and Islands of Adventure. Guests can also take these shuttle buses over to Volcano Bay, and of course now shuttles to Epic Universe will run from the main Universal Orlando area. Guests who are staying in an official Universal Orlando hotel can take advantage of the Universal Superstar Shuttle, which provides transportation between Orlando International Airport and the official Universal Orlando resorts. But if you do decide to rent a car, parking, just to give you an idea from a budgeting standpoint, parking is going to be right around $32 per night. But if you do arrive after 6 p.m. on non-Halloween Horror Night event nights, you can get free parking. And so over to another important one, and we would say make sure that you download the Universal Orlando app before you get down to Orlando. And so this is really going to be your main sort of hub within your vacation. So the Universal Orlando app will show you a live map of where you are or just the entire resort at this point in time. It will also give you live wait times, and you can actually filter down based on your interest, based on your kids' heights, based on, whatever type of ride you're looking for. And then also this is going to be where you can do mobile ordering. And the important thing is that some of the restaurants only take mobile ordering, even if you're going to sit down, not take your food to go. So you do really want to have the Universal Orlando app downloaded. I would also make sure that you add a credit card to your mobile wallet so that you're ready to go. And then some of the new things is they even have game connectivity, specifically right now on Villain Con Minion Blast, but we also are expecting that to be kind of brought over to the new Super Nintendo World at Epic Universe. Okay, so now moving over to such another important part of any Universal Orlando vacation, and that's going to be food and dining. And so some of our favorite quick service restaurants over at Universal Studios Florida are going to be, of course, Annie Ann's. We have to have our Annie Ann's. Bumblebee Man's Taco Truck. Krusty Burger. We have the Leaky Cauldron, which is within Diagon Alley. The Today Cafe. And of course, Mel's Drive-In, which is another really popular one, especially during Halloween Horror Nights. From a table service standpoint, we do have Finnegan's Bar and Grill, which is a traditional full-service Irish pub recreated on the New York streets of Universal Studios Florida. We also have Lombard Seafood Grill, which is a casually elegant full-service restaurant which features, just like it sounds, seafood specialties like clam chowder, as well as classic burgers, sandwiches, and salads. Over to Islands of Adventure, same thing. Some of our favorite quick service restaurants are going to be, we gotta hit the Annie Ann's again. We also have Cafe 4, Captain America Diner, Circus McGurkus Cafe Stupendous, Fire Eater's Grill, The Burger Digs, Three Broomsticks, which is going to be located within Hogsmeade Village, and my personal favorite, which is Thunder Falls Terrace. And then moving over from a table service restaurant, we have Mythos, which is overlooking Islands of Adventure, and this mythic underwater themed spot serves American fare, and it actually was voted the best restaurant within a theme park for so many years. And we also have Confisco Grill, which offers casual restaurant serving a global kid-friendly menu in an exotic theme setting. exciting. And then over to Epic Universe, where I think I might be more excited for the restaurants coming to Epic than the rides, and that's saying a lot. And some of the most exciting quick service are going to be Toadstool Cafe, Yoshi's Snack Stand, Oak Star Tavern, Burning Blade Tavern, Cafe La de la Serene, and then Hooligans Grod and Gruel. The table service restaurants at Epic Universe are going to be the Atlantic and then the Blue Dragon Pan Asian Restaurant. And another really important thing to understand is make your dining reservations. Specifically, you have to make them for sit-down restaurants. And we always recommend booking your dining table service in advance. And if you do book through us, theparkprodigy.com, your vacation package anyway, we will help and we will make those dining reservations for you. Moving over to Universal CityWalk, like I said, this does have some of the best dining in all of Universal Orlando, and some of our favorite restaurants at CityWalk are going to be the Toothsome Chocolate Emporium, Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville, the Hard Rock Cafe, Antojitos, authentic Mexican food, Big Fire, and then the Cowfish. Okay, so last but not least, one of the other really important things that comes to mind when you are planning your Universal Orlando vacation is picking the right hotel. And Universal does have a variety of hotel options within all different budgets. So Universal now has 3 different tiers. So we have Value Inn and Suites, we have the Prime Value Hotels, and then we have the Signature Collection. So the Value Inn and Suites is going to be the budget-friendly hotels, and the hotels that are within this price range are going to be Universal's Endless Summer Resort Dockside Inn and Suites, and then also Surfside Inn and Suites. We also have Universal's Cabana Bay Beach Resort. Moving into the middle tier now, we have the Prime Value Hotels, which are going to be Universal Adventura Hotel. We have Universal Stella Nova Resort, which is a brand new hotel opening with Epic Universe. We have Universal Terra Luna Resort, which is a brand new hotel opening with Epic Universe as well. And now that brings us to the top tier hotel collections, which are going to be the Signature Collection. Here we have the 3 hotels, which I mentioned before, which do include the 2-park Unlimited Express Pass. So that's going to be Loews Portofino Bay, the Hard Rock Hotel, and then also Loews Royal Pacific Resort. And then the other hotel, which does not include the Universal Express Pass, is Loews Sapphire Falls Resort. And then also the newest hotel that's coming along with Epic Universe is going to be Universal Helios Grand Hotel, which is actually connected to Epic Universe and will have a private entrance. But that is pretty much it, everyone. That is essentially the basic guide to Universal Orlando Resort in 2025. As you can see, there is so much that goes into planning a Universal Orlando theme park vacation, but this is the perfect video to give you just a basic starting point for your next Universal Orlando trip. And if you are planning that trip, just be sure to subscribe to our channel, as I have a lot more similar videos coming out in the coming weeks, specifically regarding that brand new park, Epic Universe, to get you as prepared as possible for your next Universal Orlando vacation. But I really hope that you found this video helpful. And if you are looking to jump into that next video right away, just be sure to hit that video right there, as YouTube thinks that you will find it helpful when it comes to your next vacation.